He's trying to kill me. What is up, y'all? Ryan, back in Chengdu. And today I'm gonna jump on an Ofo bike, the bike sharing app that is very popular in China. And I'm gonna go get some amazing food. A little sandwich, freshly baked bread thing that it looks amazing. So I want to show you guys that. But first I got to get a bicycle to get there. And if you have watched my videos before, you may have seen a video about, or you may have seen a general video in which I take one of these bicycles. These are share bikes in China. You can leave them anywhere. You see the different colors or the different companies. I'm an Ofo guy, and so I'm going to get an Ofo bike. You can see there's not that many of them. There's one here. I'll scan the little QR code here with the Ofo app, and then it says, oh geez man, stop what you're doing. Why is that? It's because the bike is broken. Oh, look at it, there's no chain. The chain's rusted out, it's drooping down. We're also missing a pedal over here. What else? We got a handlebar missing. This one is not usable. And oh, I can already see, no good. Chain's broken in. That's no good. Chain's hanging over. I mean, that one I can tell pretty easily that's no good. Let's see, this one looks all right. Oh, it says right there, DS waiting for repair. Well, there's a lot of cobwebs on this one. The chain's pretty rusted. The other day I saw a guy riding one and this chain just snapped in the middle of riding it. Right across one of these busy roads. The chain snapped, flew off, just sat on the road, and he kept pedaling, but it wasn't doing anything. Just kind of coasted to the corner and dropped his head and walked home. There's some guy singing way over here. Doing dances and singing. Just being so fabulous. In the past year or so, Ofo has let me down over and over again. Usually it takes me about 5 bikes to find one that still works. And if you watch my original video about the bike sharing app, I praised it. Promoting exercise, whoa bud. There's still Mobike is alive. There's the other ones that have popped up. But Ofo was the leader. They had more money invested in them. $2 billion they were worth. And somehow all that money is gone pretty much. I guess Ofo's plan was to generate a ton of income and put their competitors out of business. They wanted to basically control the market, and then they would raise their prices and start making money. But they just couldn't last. They couldn't sustain it. They were expected to order 5 million bicycles from the bicycle makers this year, and they only ordered 80,000. Big cuts. All their international offices have been shut down. Singapore has revoked the contract they had for them. Just cutting wages everywhere, cutting employees, cutting everything, because they couldn't keep up, I guess. Here's a Ofo. This one seems to be half floating. Looks in pretty good shape, actually. I think we got a good one. Seems to be working. 4442. Boom. We're in. Ditch this coffee. There's a pile of bikes here. How many Ofos? 0. I see 0. Now I can switch companies. That's an option. I got to put another deposit down, and I put a deposit on Ofo already. A ton of people are trying to get their deposit back, and they're not having any success. They're saying it's going to take 15 days. After 15 days, they're still not coming through. So people started lining up at the office in, I think, Beijing, and they were getting their money back because they were sitting there going, give me my money back. They wouldn't leave until they gave it back to them. It's only 100 kwai. It's about 15 bucks. Here's a pile of Ofos. Let's just do a quick drive-by and look at the state of them. That one looks decent. This one is knocked over, but a little beaten down. I don't know, tough to say. This one's got a broom attached to it. So what do you do with all these broken bikes? Well, the city is actually picking them up, collecting them, and putting them in what people are calling bicycle graveyards. Just a pile of broken bikes, and there's a bunch of them around the city. There's one around the corner from my place, and it's just OFO bikes lined up. It's kind of a cool sight to see, actually, but it's also kind of sad. That used to be a mode of transportation, something that somebody needed to survive, to get by, to go to their job and make money to help their families and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put this away and I'm gonna zip to this food place, get myself a delicious, I'm thinking chicken sandwich of sorts, but you'll see. I'm not even sure, I've never been to this place. I kind of have an idea of what they're making, but I've never really had their version of it. Okay, what do we got here? We got this is sliding. Oh. We got some carrot, asparagus lettuce. So that's getting mixed up with all kinds of spices. Got some dark vinegar. Oh, yeah. A little chili sauce. And it's a mix. Okay, here it is. This is the liang version. Basically, it's a bean starch shredded up. You can see the big jelly block that they had, and she shaves off some bits, covers it in a dressing with some spices, some seasoning, and stuffs it in this fresh bread, which is beautifully crispy. I'm gonna take a bite right now. It's really good. The bread is got a little chewiness to it, which I love. The flavors are perfect inside. It's a little starchy. I don't know why they love it, but they do. The Chinese love these bean starch inside these things. It's a good flavor. It's a good texture even, but it's just a lot of starch. I'd rather have some protein, some meat in there. I guess there's protein in bean starch. I don't know. The bread, it's so like flaky, the ocean. You can see the layers, almost like it's like crispy, crunchy. Why am I so stupid? Like layered breadiness, almost like I would say like what are those called? Those things with the breadstick or something. Good spice. I love the texture of the bread is just perfect. If you watch her make it, she takes the dough, she rolls it out, she folds it, rolls it out some more, dips it in some oil and some sesames, throws it down on the flat pan first, cooks it like that for, she said, 5 minutes. And that's essentially how you cook it, but you kind of keep it warm inside of it. You bake it a little longer. And it's a very common tool in Chinese cooking, at least in parts of China. These ovens where you pan fry on top, and then you put the bread inside underneath to warm it up, to bake it further. I understand it now. This liang fan literally means cold powder. You gotta kind of take it out of your mind that it's not a noodle. We call them noodles, they're not really noodles. I always want to call it a noodle, but it's really not a noodle. Jeez, I'm making a huge mess. Is this lady making a huge mess? Really? Clean this up so I don't get in trouble. Oh, looks like a slob. Man, oh god, my crotch is so filthy. Oh, that was good. I want another one. Round two, baby. This is chicken. You can see on top there's the shredded carrot, shredded asparagus lettuce. Adds a nice crunchiness to it. It definitely is. It's good chicken too. It's like chicken breast, shredded up. Chicken breast, not the most popular cut of chicken in China. One of the least popular. You can get it for cheap. Beautiful. Gotta say, the real star is the bun though. The bread is just freshly cooked bread, cannot be beat. And this isn't sweet at all, which is sometimes a problem with Chinese bread. Crispy, flaky, crunchy. Flavor's good, consistency's good. So these are called guo kui. Guo kui means pot, something. What does it mean? But it's a general term for bread that's cooked in a pot, like the one that she has. Sometimes they're like shaped like this, sometimes they're just like little envelopes or circular things. Sometimes they're filled with meat infused in it. I'm gonna finish this off and I'm gonna jump back on the OFO. I wanna try to find this thing that supposedly is gonna fix the problem with all the bikes being littered around the sidewalk. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
什么国家？
加拿大。
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 哦，哇，加拿大。加拿大，很好，很好，加拿大。
装着电梯。
坐电梯。
你会？你会吗？哪里？
过去那个桥那里，可能走10分钟，10分钟，10分钟。其实一直走过去，到那个十字路口那里，就往那边。
OK， 谢谢。Oh God. People want to know why I'm leaving China. One of the reasons is because I go out and I can't deal with it. My head just fills up with mucus. I'm allergic to something, or it's the pollution. I don't know what it is. Right now I'm giving up on finding this. What I was looking for is an underground parking system for share bikes that I read about like 6 months ago. I read about it. It said it would be open in a month around this area. It didn't say where exactly. But it's basically you pull the bicycle in, it drops it down and stores it on the ground somewhere. It's all automatic. You go use a machine, a touch screen, and it pulls the bike you want, brings it up for you. Which is one of the ways that they're thinking about, uncluttering the sidewalks with these bicycles. But my point is that the share bike thing is a relatively new thing. The cities were obviously not ready for it. There were a lot of problems. It's been about 3 years since they started. That being said, Chengdu they're hoping to become China's bike city. They're going to open bicycle lanes everywhere. They want green paths all over the place. They want it to be super bike friendly. Maybe share bikes will be an amazing thing in China. At first it seemed like they were pretty great. Then everything went to shit. And now I'm thinking that it needs more time. It needs more time. They need to have less competition. There has to be one, maybe 2 companies and not 7. And I think they have to charge more. Why not? Charge a little bit extra. This bicycle, I've had it. I went to get food on it, parked it outside, but I didn't shut it down because It's hard to find one of these stupid things nowadays. People have actually been locking them up, bringing locks and putting their own locks on them, which you're not supposed to do, but I see it all the time. But anyway, it'll cost me about 2 kwai. Like, what is that? Like 30 cents or so. And that's pretty crazy cheap. It could be, you know, they could charge me 3 times that and I wouldn't have a problem with it. So I think there's a lot of things that have to change about the whole thing. All right, I'm at the station. Lock this one up. Piece of shit. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So subscribe, follow along, and make sure you hit like buttons, thumbs ups, all that stuff. We'll see you in the next one.
Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health. One day I'm really gon' ball. Fuck around and buy the whole mall. Breaking that cake. Flexing 700 in the bank. Not a superhero, I don't save. Look at my face. Look at my grades. Don't match up, no love. Fuck a date. I just fade. When I hit the jack, you can keep the pie. Every night I gamble, I stop. Yeah. When I check the cost, I was like,
oh God, underneath the stairs.
Ay, rolling flex in my ear. You a fucking odd, you weird. Which way?